Recently, I've been falling victim to the addictive grasp of multiplayer online battle arenas, or more commonly referred to as MOBAs. MOBAs are all very similar. They feature different characters battling it out in a single arena, whether they be champions, heroes, or whatever arbitrary name the game deems them. Not many break the concept of an overhead camera set in a battle arena. However, a few have stepped away from this traditional path. The most commonly mentioned, and the subject of this video, is SMITE. SMITE also features a unique cast of characters, the gods of various religions and mythos from around the world. This provides the game with not only a unique twist on the gameplay, but also a noticeable and memorable cast of fighters to battle with. But which of these gods are the most memorable? Well, that's what we're gonna find out in the top 10 best gods in SMITE. So in our 10th place spot, we're gonna see a little bit of conflict. Great way to start off a countdown, huh? The gods that I'm torn between are actually very similar. They are both hunters and their names even both start with the letter A. The gods that we see sharing our 10th place spot are Apollo and Amuzen. If we observe both of these gods, we can see a lot of similarities in the sense that they're both hard-hitting ADCs, but their personalities and attitudes are very different. You see, on one hand, we have the suave and smooth Apollo, who charms the competition into submission. Then on the other hand, we have Amuzen, who is, well, made of fucking bees. Obviously they are both great contenders for this spot, so I just couldn't decide between the two. I enjoy playing both equally because they both give different spins on the standard archer concepts of battle. Apollo has a specific formula for how you play to fully utilize his passive ability of gaining a temporary rapid-fire auto-attack for every successful 10th hit. Amuzen is more erratic, you could say. He's very dependent on these beacon-like beehives that you place to power him up. While kind of gimmicky, it makes you rethink your strategy of the common ADC, giving both of these hunters a very viable spot in our top 10 list. Plus, who could miss the opportunity for this?
Bees! Not the bees!
When SMITE boasts the title of Battleground of the Gods, I think we all have to take it with a little grain of salt. I mean, there are titans, rock people, babies, and demigods. One demigod that definitely goes beyond that title is Hercules. Herc is exactly what you would imagine him to be. Really damn strong. Herc is just all around a capable god. He can pull people, stun them, do large amount of damage, and he can heal himself all while he does it. Most of the time, if you're going up against a Herc, it will take 3 or even 4 teammates to take him down quickly. Otherwise, it will be a long and drawn out battle that could go south very quickly. On top of that, he comes equipped with one of the most ridiculous ults in a game, filled with primarily ridiculous ults. He sticks his hand in the ground, pulls out a gigantic boulder, and hurls it at any enemy in sight. And not only is the damage incredible, but it's magnified if it bounces off of any walls, which if you're in the jungle, it'll be doing a lot. So if you're going up against a Hercules, you better pray to his dad because he is one tough-ass demigod. Have you ever wanted to become one with nature, to experience the outdoors for real? Well, now you can by playing this fucking tree man. Nature's cool and all, but there are spiders and shit out there. Why not just stay inside and play Sylvanas like a true nature lover? What's not to love about this wannabe Groot?
I don't have mana!
I mean, first of all, he's a fucking walking tree that is built like a Panzer Shrek tank.
Yeah!
Also, he comes complete with a decrepit old man riding on top of him. I mean, he can also suck the very life essence out of you with his fairies, so that's something. You know, the best part about this is in a battleground filled with notorious gods like Zeus, Poseidon, and Hercules, someone had the audacity to throw a walking tree into the mix. And he's one of the best choices to fight with. I mean, at one point, he was the best god in the game, which just goes to show you when pitted up against tough opponents, overgrown flora can kick some major ass. Oh my god, really? Okay, we're just gonna play this game. You know, cock-a-doodle. What the fuck did I just say? You know, I've always been more of a cat person than a dog person. I guess it's because I connect with cats on how they generally despise everything. But there's one dog that holds a special place in my heart. That's right, it's Anubis. Anubis isn't your average dog, in part because he's fucking dead. But just look at him, isn't he adorable? But Anubis has a few little tricks up his sleeve, such as locusts that he can vomit from his mouth, a cocoon that will suck out your soul, and hands that he erects from the ground to pull you to the bowels of hell. Oh, also, did I forget the laser eyes? In all seriousness, Anubis is a very strong god thanks to his high damaging abilities and area of effect attacks. I mean, he's practically useless in competitive because his stats are a fucking joke and he has two abilities that leave him completely unable to move. But other than those things, he is generally very fun to play and a well-received asset on a team if the person playing him knows a thing or two. Something that always goes hand in hand with war is love. I don't know how I'm drawing that conclusion, but it probably has something to do with Rasputin. Which is where SMITE comes into a league of their own and combines these two things, love and war. The concept of Cupid is simple. It's a fucking naked baby. There you go. But whenever a naked baby can go toe to baby toe with the gods like Zeus and Hercules, then you know you have created something special. Cupid enters the arena with a wide variety of archer-based attacks that will make you just fall in love with this character. Naturally, as an ADC, he packs a standard high probability of a crit chance build or a unicorn build, but his abilities are quite capable of spreading love as well. His main ability is shoot, what I guess is an arrow packed with even more love than the normal ones, can be manipulated with his passive. Much like Apollo, with every basic attack Cupid lands, he will stack a little heart in the bottom left corner. This will power up each of his respective abilities in different ways, including attack speed, power, and healing. It makes his ult, which is literally making love rain from the sky, even more powerful. The strange part of this is that not many people play Cupid, even though he's a very capable god. So come on guys, why don't you feel the love, and start playing him some more. So when looking at SMITE, you'll easily recognize the notorious gods like Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. But you'll soon discover the less well-known gods like Kabrakan or Sobek. But the one that really takes the cake here is Hebow. Hebow is a Chinese god who rules over the Yellow River. While I couldn't tell you where that is on a map, I can tell you it's probably polluted. Hebow's lore isn't really what makes him stand out. It's more of the fact that he's a mage with some of the highest burst damage in the game. He's capable of incredible damage because of his passive that powers up his abilities the more you use them. So basically grab a big mana pool and go nuts, because Hebow is capable of some crazy shit. I mean, he's kinda slow, probably because he doesn't actually have legs, but he has an ability to make up for that. All in all, Hebow is kind of a jack of all trades who can become a menace in late game. Let's just hope he doesn't die of pollution. Coming in at the number 4 spot is a very recent addition to the SMITE roster, the Roman goddess of war, Bellona. Like Hebow, Bellona's flair is less dependent on her expanded lore and more on her skills on the battlefield. Just as you would imagine a goddess of war would have, Bellona comes equipped with a wide arsenal of weapons, all of which change with her most recently used ability. Each weapon comes with different damaging, cleaving, and healing abilities, providing a truly diverse god. Bellona can act as a jack of all trades in a sense because her abilities lend to being a strong bruiser, but also a capable support, and even a jungler in some cases. Her ult acts as an extreme rally of power in teamfights, being able to both stun enemies and buff teammates. This leaves Bellona with little to be desired. She fills most roles that you could ask her to fill, making her a true adversary to face on the battlefield. And who's the one to take our 3rd place spot? The bronze medal? The one to beat out the Egyptian god of the dead, the Roman goddess of war, and many other strong contenders? Boombox! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you were all beaten by a monkey. You suck! He may not look it, but this monkey can pack one hell of a wallet, because he can take you out fast and in style. He packed plenty of funky moves that are more than worthy of that banana crown that he dons every battle, packing an arsenal of jumps, a sentient monkey that he can send to do his fighting for him, more jumps, and a goddamn ult that will cause a conga for the ages. It sounds crazy, but what this primate god brings to the battle is a mix of flair and sheer horror because of the awful crits and insanity that ensues in a battle with him. While he may not look like much, Hoonbots is truly a competitor that you hope to have on your team, and hope even more not to face in battle. Conga line, bitches. Sticking with the theme of an unlikely combatant being the strongest and deadliest of the bunch, we come to our second place pick. That's right, it's a little freaking girl. Tyla might not look it, but she has a few special tricks up her sleeve, like murderous demon dogs. Tyla is a very unique god in the sense that she is entirely dependent on quick and smart leveling. Her passive's only function is to make her more powerful with each skill that she has maxed at level 5. Additionally, maxing each skill at level 5 gives it a second special attribute. Her Sikkim ability gains the attribute to stun 2 surrounding enemies from the original victim. Her Crush ability strips of magical protections and slows, and her Sentinel ability gains greater placement range. And finally, her ultimate, I'm a Monster, gains double the movement speed, which stacks upon the already insane ability of being able to use it again if it kills an enemy. Tyla is truly a god to be reckoned with because of the sheer damage she can do within a couple of seconds, all with devastating flair.
I'm a monster!
When on the subject of gods fighting, the question comes to mind as if they can really die. Well, this is the exact idea behind Thanatos, the god of death. Thanatos is kind of a black sheep in a world of giant lightning firing white llamas. All of the gods in this game have to do with creation, but Thanatos is specifically geared towards destruction. With the exception of Anubis, Thanatos is the only god who is specifically in charge of taking the souls of beings, and his lore directly questions if he is even capable of taking a god's soul. Well, he better be, because good gods, he can do the damage necessary for that. Thanatos is not only a cool concept, but he has the power to go along with it. There is a reason that he is called the Hand of Death after all. He is equipped with all of the abilities for hunting and taking down his foes. He can deal incredible damage with his primary ability, which also gives him a large amount of health back if he lands it successfully, and on top of that it has a slowing effect. His secondary ability is mainly meant to give him that extra burst to hunt down and finish off those that are weak. And he comes equipped with a tertiary ability that silences and has a sweeping effect to hit a wide crowd of people that might need their abilities stripped from them. And it all amounts to his ultimate ability, Hovering Death, which if the enemy is below a certain health threshold, represented by this red skull, then Thanatos will effectively be able to come down on them and sweep away their life, just like that. All of this is impressive without even mentioning his passive, which heals him with 20% of the total health pool of his fallen enemy. However, this also comes with the fault of all of his abilities costing 5% of his health to use. You know, maybe this is an allegory for how fighting and hurting others only slowly whittles away at our own health. Or maybe they just needed a way to balance him. Thank you for watching my list of the top 10 gods in Smite. If you have a differing opinion, please feel free to throw it down in the comment section. If you've never even heard of Smite, feel free to go check it out. My player name is down in the description, and I hope to see you on the battleground of the gods.